The chair recognizes the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Gosar, for 5 minutes.
Mr. Strzok, are you familiar with the FBI Domestic Investigation and Operations Guide, known as the DIOG?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is a policy manual that sets forth the rules you are to follow when deciding to pursue an investigation, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you agree that the DIOG guidelines applied to your investigation of President Trump and the 2016 election, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the DIOG policy 8.1 requires that all FBI employees shall comply with policies, quote, isn't that correct?
Sir, I believe that's absolutely true. I don't know the site.
But you're aware of that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, you no doubt are aware the DOJ also issues investigation guidance instructions, correct?
Yes.
Now, specifically, DOJ guidance dated March 9th, 2012, states that federal, quote, employees are entrusted with the authority to enforce the laws of the United States and with responsibility to do so in a neutral and impartial manner. This is particularly important in an election year, end of quote. Are you aware of this guidance?
I am not, but I believe it and adhere to it, yes.
So I just want to make sure, because this is really important, because Attorney General Holder issued these instructions to all federal law enforcement agencies to conduct their investigations in a neutral and impartial manner, particularly in an election year. So once again, you're kind of familiar.
Sir, I don't recall that specific instruction. I focus on FBI policy, but that direction from the department, if it's in force, I readily accept, and I can't.
So you understand why federal employees are supposed to be politically neutral?
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. Everything he says went on this, and your anti-Trump text statements are not politically neutral, correct?
I believe from the perspective of investigating in a politically neutral way, I did that every single day of
Once again,
my job.
Your text statements are not politically neutral.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And your investigation activities were, in fact, taking place in an election year, correct?
Yes.
You, in fact, stated that you intended to, quote, stop Trump from becoming president in a clear violation of the FBI, DIOG, and DOJ guidance. Wouldn't that be correct?
That's absolutely incorrect, sir.
No, that wouldn't, because that shows a strict bias.
Sir, I
and it's politically charged. Well, let me give you a little better situation. Then President or candidate Trump made some comments on the travel ban, did he not?
I recall a variety of comments.
Oh, you got a good memory. And it was used on against him by all the lower courts, wasn't it?
Sir, that is not my area of expertise.
You know you very well. You understand this very well, sir. So it was used against him and upheld in all the lower courts until the Supreme Court. And guess what? Why is it different for him than you?
Sir,
there's no difference here. There's no difference, because it's
sir,
hearsay.
I would argue.
The difference between him and you is you put it in black and white.
Sir, the difference between me and him, and again, I'm not an attorney. You have somebody who's making
He's not an attorney either.
Based on protected class in terms of the passage of a federal law, which is wildly, demonstrably different from an individual who is expressing a personal political belief. It is stunning that difference would not be apparent to any outside observer.
You used your political belief in black and white in a text message. We've established that in my previous question running up to it. Okay? I got just very little time here. So you said about a bias. This morning I watched, by the way, I'm a dentist. Okay, so I read body language very, very well. And I watched your comment and actions with Mr. Gowdy. You got very angry in regards to the Gold Star father. That shows me that it's innately a part of you and a bias.
Sir, I disagree. I don't know if you're saying this experience is like being at the dentist, if that's what you're suggesting. Okay, so let me I would tell you, sir, what you see in my response is a genuine passion for the United States of America. What you see is a passion as a patriot. What you see is a genuine anger at people.
I got two more questions.
Gentlemen from Arizona controls the time.
I got two more questions for you. if you're in a jury box and somebody sees these text messages, you're removed from the jury box, are you not?
Sir, I can't speculate whether
By the way,
that would
you are.
happen.
By the way, you are. And the last comment. This morning, you are a smart individual. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. That is why we have two ways, both from a democracy voting and then from the where we have the electoral college. So make sure that we
the time of the gentleman has expired.
Getting a little order.